Greetings, comrades. I'm Gigantals, and this is my late August update. So, the point of this video is basically just to give an update about things going on for concerning the channel, and hopeful future developments and stuff that that'll start taking place soon. And so, just give a general idea of where the channel's going and everything. So the reason why I'm doing more of these videos like this is because you guys heard of the channel VidIQ? Okay, they're basically a YouTube channel about helping YouTube channels grow and stuff, statistics and everything. And I subscribed to them a while back, but I didn't really watch any of their videos because they were usually too long. And I saw part of a live stream that said how you can get more subscribers and everything, more attention. And they said try and just buff up your videos and everything. So I spent about a month. I mean, I was working really on it on the weekends, but I spent around a month. Basically just going through all the videos on my channel, going through them, buffing up the descriptions, improving the titles and thumbnails, increasing the tags, putting in links and cards and in screens and everything. Basically try to make it a bit better quality. And so it was quite a thing, because I went back to doing it always to the very first video on my channel, all days where I was now. I've really grown quite a bit. One of the things I did notice when I was going through my old content is, compared to where I want the channel to go now, and then the kind of videos making now, there's a bit of a disagreement between the two. For instance, I guess you can see how, in a sense, tarnish my reputation of sorts, at least the people's opinions of me, if they come along expecting to see this, like the modern content they're making now, and then you look a little bit further back and you see all the weird games they used to play. One of these games in particular is Cry of Fear. And one of these games, I'm singling out Cry of Fear here because I never really completed the game, because I had said it was inappropriate and I wasn't going to do it anymore. You might remember that. So my plans currently for Cry of Fear is, obviously I'm not going to be going back to it, but it wasn't an easy decision, admittedly, because these are just basically things from my past, that events from my past, games from a younger version of me that helped make me who I am in a sense. But what I've come to the conclusion of is I'm going to start removing content from my channel that I don't disagree with. In the end, I don't know how much will inevitably be removed, but what I can tell you now is that I'll be removing my Cry of Fear series. I'll do it slowly, maybe a video a month, and the reason why I'm doing it so slowly is because I'm not trying to impact my view count and YouTube traffic massively. So if I remove a video a month, I'll give me plenty of time to recover and continue to grow at a normal rate. So again, I don't know how much I'm going to remove and which games in particular I'm going to remove. We've got a few, but Cry of Fear, that's going to be going. Cry of Fear is going to basically be going out soon, and I'm putting this in the video out there instead of just doing it while no one knows, because admittedly, again, it's been a little bit hard because I had to start removing content from my channel. Part of me doesn't want to. But making a video about this, saying I'm going to be doing this, that's going to put pressure on me now, forcing me to remove that stuff when appropriate. So I'll keep the last video up saying, well, I'm not going to play Cry of Fear anymore, but I'll just remove all the other content, probably from the beginning upwards, see if it was getting any more views. But point is, Cry of Fear is going to be going soon, so good news for the channel, because that game was absolutely dark and inappropriate. Oh yeah, concerning the university has been a really good fun year for me. It really has, made a lot of progress, learned a lot of things, going on, a lot of good stuff. The problem now is, as I've said in a previous video, I moved back home because of the coronavirus. Due to the lockdown, my family didn't want me to be away, for months. So what ended up happening was, just for the lockdown, I bought everything I could from home, from university, and rushed back home, and I settled down here. Problem is, because of that, I couldn't go to the accommodation I wanted for my second year. We couldn't go for viewing, so we couldn't we couldn't rent it. And so initially my plans were to stay at home here. The problem with that is it's quite a long train journey, like at least over 2 hours to get there, and another over 2 hours to get back. So 4 hours by train, that seems a bit implausible. So currently we're doing everything we can to get an accommodation and stuff there. So the future of the channel is going to be a bit shaky here. Try doesn't like people outside. So the future of the channel is going to be a little bit shaky in a sense. If I'm fortunate, the best case scenario is I find an accommodation in my near my university where I have plenty of time to carry on doing stuff and make videos like this. Worst case scenario, I have to catch the train every single day, almost every single day, and spend 4 hours or so, which is going to dramatically reduce the amount of time I have for my channel. Because remember, my university studies come first, and there's no way I'm going to spend hours making content if I could use that for revising instead of just sitting on a train doing nothing. So things are going to be a little bit shaky. Fortunately, there's a few things concerning specific videos and series that I wanted to let you guys know about. So I'm going to try and continue with my cooking with Gigantals series. I know it's been a bit slow and I only got one proper recipe up there. Again, depending on where I go, it's going to be a little bit hard for that. For instance, I can't make a proper big meal if I've got flatmates or anything. I also want to work a bit more on my Shot of Knowledge series. Problem is it's very random, and so sometimes getting inspiration for it is a bit hard. So in the comments, please do let me know if you have an idea for some, just a Shot of Knowledge video about any topic, because it's just a bit weird. Like these videos just spontaneously come to mind. Like, I'll make a Shot of Knowledge video about that. So just please let me know if you have any ideas. I was also going to work on a In a Nutshell series, and that's basically meant to be like a simplification of events or things that happen throughout history, or just maybe understanding of anything in general. The main reason why I was doing this is because one of the important things about my faith is the understanding of what happened to the ecumenical councils. So, there's 22 of them, ranging from the First Council of Nicaea to the Second Council of Vatican II. Although I could probably do other things there. So what I was going to do for this In a Nutshell series, at least the first part of it, first big project, is basically doing a video in which I try and explain the point of the different ecumenical councils throughout history, and what the background behind them, why they occurred, who was there, what they discussed, what the results were, and basically to try and do stuff like that. Hopefully I'll educate people out there, because some of it's a bit confusing. Thanks to people like Dan Brown, people aren't very sure what happened and stuff like the Council of Nicaea. So I'll try and explain the best I can. Although it's not solely restricted to the ecumenical councils. I could also do it maybe about wars or nations history or something. Just please let me know in the comments. Partially inspired by this series is another series in which basically I'll be refuting heresies. One of the things I did notice, especially early on in the first few ecumenical councils, was the condemnation of certain heresies like Arianism, Monophysitism. No, Docetism came a bit later. Point is, I'll be making a series refuting heresies. So once I basically cover the basis of these heresies in a Nutshell series, I'll basically be going further into depth and talk about how to refute these heresies. The third series I want to work on was a series about the books in the Bible. So what I'll do is I'll basically introduce the books of the Bible, maybe a book an episode, and try and talk about what the point of that book is, try and explain the book, talk about what the point of it is and why it fits into the biblical canon. Now one of the problems I did have deciding whether or not I want to do this theory is because whereas it comes to in a Nutshell series, if I'm going to just do the church councils for now, there's 23 if I include the Council of Jerusalem, which was the precursor to them all. The heresies, I'm not sure exactly how many there is, because I'll probably do like groupings of them. So I'll do like Arianism, then all the different forms of Arianism, and stuff like that. There could be quite a few. I don't know exactly how many heresies there are yet. But the Bible books, there's 73 books in the Bible, which is quite a considerable number. So it's going to take quite a while to make all those videos, or maybe a couple of years. So what I was going to do is probably also do books about the heresies. For instance, one of the big problems I have noticed on Facebook when debating with people is that a lot of them believe in stuff like the Book of Enoch and stuff. And so what I wanted to do was basically debunk that and explain why it doesn't fit into the biblical canon. So that's basically that. So it's going to probably include like all these Gnostic and heretical books and stuff. Problem is, I think there are like 300 non-canon books alone for the New Testament. So that could take quite a while. Some of them were a bit hard. I mean, I tried to look at briefly the books the four books of Adam and Eve. It took a while to find them, but I'll basically analyze them at some point and explain why they're not canon. You know, all this sort of stuff. That's pretty much the plan for the future channel. So basically, put comments in for the Shots of Knowledge series. I'll be making also another series about the church councils. But if you want me to sum up anything, put anything else in a nutshell, let me know. I'll make more cooking videos. I'll make a series about refuting heresies and explaining why the biblical books, why some of the books are in the Bible and why some aren't. I'll be removing the my Cry of Fear series. And if you guys have any other ideas for my channel and videos and stuff I can make, please do let me know. Hopefully everything goes well with my accommodation. From what I could see, my Life in University series was very popular. I mean, it's like dragging half the views on my channel. Like, impressive. Yes, it's gonna be fun. So there's gonna be like Life at Uni Year 1, Life at Uni Year 2, Lockdown, something. I don't know. It's gonna make a really intense sequel. I'll see what I can do about it. Life in University Year 2 trailer. But anyway, that's all for that video. So a lot of progress to do. If you have any ideas for more progress, in another direction maybe, because I know that if I get too theological, not a lot of people understand. So please let me know if there's some other stuff I want me to cover. But that's all my time for this video. If you like this video, please give it a like. Please share my videos. Please comment what you think of them. Any other videos you want me to do. Please subscribe to my channel so you can see more of this content. Please ring the bell to keep updated with my not monthly, but maybe seasonal in a sense. I don't know, however long it takes me to do these update videos. Please ring the bell to keep up with these update videos so you know exactly what's going to happen in the future for the channel. Next episode, I think I'm still finishing off my my March trip to Wycliffe Bay and the Lulworth Cove and Doddledore. But after that, I'm going to be moving on to. Well, I think after that video, I'll probably release my video about demonology, which I finally managed to do. And then after that is my Geneva trip, which I finally got around to doing. So I'm going to start releasing all this sort of content. So that you've got that to look forward to. Me traveling to Geneva, fun trip. But that's in a couple of weeks. So see you next video, comrades. Until then.